Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is August the 12th. Another day in our lives. What will become of us? My people in America, in Florida, big confusion down there between the governor and his people. The education people have to go against the governor to protect the young children, to protect lives of our people. And yet the governor telling the people to go to school unmasked. And the school administrators are saying no. Whether you threatening us or not, whether you threatening us with taking our pay or not, our jobs, our responsibilities are to our children, our students, and not to politicians. Not to people playing games with each other for power and money and putting our children at risk. I saw the video on CNN with a little girl who just came out of coma because of COVID-19. And yet the governor is still telling people to go unmasked. This is not a lasting situation, but as long as it exists, we must protect ourselves, and especially the kids. And these school administrators are doing the right thing. You can't place the lives of children at risk because of politics, because of foolishness. So, kudos to those school administrators standing up against this governor and saying no, 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 our children first. Politics cannot overtake everything in our lives. Will we become a Russia or some useless country? Will we place politics over everything? No, we ain't going that way, man. This is the great United States of America. We already great. We try to be great again while we're already great. That's diminishing returns. You guys who economics, you know what supply exceeds demand. There is diminishing returns. And we don't need that in our society in America. We don't need that. So we got to caution ourselves. And we have leaders of conviction. Leaders who are willing to stand up against politicians, against people who want to place money and power before lives. This is what makes the United States of America great. This is what makes this great nation forever great. Because people are willing to place their lives and livelihood on the line to save others. And this is commendable. Sorry. This is commendable. Not every society you see people willing to say, yes, do what you want to do to us. But my job and my responsibilities for my position demand that I place my children before politics, my children before money, my children before BS. And I must take my hat off to the school administrators in Florida. Because DeSantis himself will come to the realization sooner or later that his behavior is flawed. His orders are flawed. And our administrators of our schools cannot follow flawed orders. That's constitutional. We can't follow an unlawful, unsafe order. And when we see our children risk their lives to come to school, to want to learn, to want to excel, how can we place their lives in danger? Just by wearing a mask. What would just wearing a mask do to our children's lives? All these masks, they're selling $50 for $100, for $200. People talking about, oh, the mask we call germs. What kind of germs? Change the mask. You're so concerned about germs. You got money. So go to Amazon and buy your boxes of masks. And if you're concerned that the children will wear dirty masks all through the day, they'll be breathing through the same mask, give them 2 or 3 masks to take to school. So after every quarter or every minute or every hour, they can take that one off, trash it, and put a new one on. This is America. You won't complain about those kind of things. That means you got money. Use it and stop complaining. There are poor families here that want their children to go to school, that need and must have their children go to school because they are the next link to living good and living out the American dream. So we can't be selfish in America anymore. The rich must pay their fair share without grumbling, without confusion. This is a Christian nation. If we can stop Muslims from coming here, we can stop other people from coming here, then we must live like Christians and stop the shenanigans of the evangelists. Stop the shenanigans of the false Christians. If this is a Christian nation and we must live according to the words of Jesus Christ, then let's be Christians. Let's stand on the principles of Christianity and pay our fair share and contribute our fair share. But we can't want to stop the Muslims. We can't stop the other people from coming to America. Then we say we're Christians. And we're not fair, firm, nor consistent. There's a problem in our Christianity. There's a problem in our Christianity. It's flawed and it needs fixing. So until our leaders come to their senses and understand the obligations to our children, our people at this time in our history, when we are overrun with a pandemic, they got to come to their senses. They got to understand the lives of our people matter. No matter how rich you are, if you have a sick nation and a sick people, you cannot maintain your strength in the world as a world nation, a great world nation. So let's just stop the foolishness, protect the health of our people, raise the consciousness of our people out of racism, out of greed and uselessness, because everybody got to pay their fair share, man. Everybody got to pick up their load and carry it like men and women. And stop crying. One group can't benefit forever and ransack our capital, won't break it down because they're crying, because they're not getting the things they used to get. You get vexed, you go try to destroy our government, destroy our capital because of frustration. Because we're telling you now, go out and work like real men and women. The time for depending on black people is over. Everybody got to stand on their own 2 feet now. You can't depend on black people to do nothing no more for free. You can't get mad because of that. You say you're strong, stand up like men and women and earn your keep. And don't try to enslave other people. Don't try to go back to the 1960s when you are weak and use the police and military against your own people. We can't go back to that era. We can't go back to that era. We got strong men and women in America today, stronger than the 1960s, stronger than the old Trump and the boys. We got real men and women today standing up for America. Why you think Trump was defeated and became a one-time president? All the racism Mitch McConnell them trying to carry on. All the hatred. Why you think Donald Trump lost? This is a different America. This is America of men and women, of all races, of all nationalities. And people who come here won't take us back into the 1960s, in the 1950s, and the 1940s must be crazy. They are obsolete. They don't see the greatness of this nation as it is today. What's wrong with these people? Who want to kill white people? Who want to hate white people? When these people are the strengths of our nation too. We're not living in the 1960s. All of us don't hate black people, white people. All of us not foolish and dumb. All of us not backwards. It's not about hate, it's about fairness. It's about building a great nation where we can go to other worlds and seek things that are needed in this nation, in this world, and maintain earth and maintain other nations. But with this petty thinking of racism, of bigotry, of greed, of useless philosophies, we fail. Trying to make us like Russia, it can't work. We fail. We're greater than Russia. We are greater than Russia. There's no way you can compare Russia with the United States of America. There's no way you can compare China with the United States of America. And those are great nations in their own rights. They are great nations. Liberia can't compete with China, nor Russia. So they're great nations. But they're not nations that live up to providing us the freedoms and justices and equalities we need as peoples of the world. No. These organizations and powers won't give power to special people, special groups, special interests, and leave the rest of us out and block our chances of upward mobility in our own society. We're going to depend on other people because the society is fixed like that. No, I disagree with that. That's why I love democracy. That's why I stand with America. Because there's nothing like having the freedom to live out your dream, to seek your dream, to follow it through. And you don't have to be a rich man in America to do that. You don't have to be supported by government to do that. You don't have to be under any authoritative command or structure to do that. You can just get up as a simple man in America and find your connections and network and get what you want. If you're blessed, if you're smart, if you put your interests over shallow things like race and greed and animosity and jealousy and all those kind of things, then you can sell because you have no limitations. You have no structural limitations. Everything is in your mind. And when it's in your mind and your mind has no barriers, who's there to stop you? Who's there to stop you? Because it's all in the mindset. It is all in the thinking. It is all in our foresight. What do you believe in? What are your convictions as a human being? And you see, this is important. This is an important reason why I see the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouting in Liberia, combining both of them. There's no separation between Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. They are all Scouts. So this is one instance where we're going to follow the Western world and abolish Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. They are all Scouts. They will all compete together. They will all live with the same laws. Because we want to build a strong society. We want to build strong women in the Liberian society. We want to build strong men. We want to build equal sexes. Or give everybody the opportunity to do what they want to do. So, scouting is a means to discipline our young people and yet give them the life-saving skills they need at young ages. Then we don't have to really worry about them when they leave our homes to go to school, when they leave our homes to go on vacation, to go out to drink and stay with their friends. They will have survival skills to know when they are facing danger, to sense when danger is around, to understand that dealing with people, you must deal with them on equal grounds, and you always succeed. You must be friendly. You must be helpful. You must be kind. You must be brave, courageous. Above all, you must be trustworthy. The people don't trust you. They will not let you do their business. People don't trust you. They will not let you run their organization. And you can't be a Boy Scout if they can't trust you. You can't be a Girl Scout if they can't trust you. And these are the virtues that such organizations bring to our people. But the Scouts is a most profound way to teach people life-saving skills. You can live off the earth. You don't have to live in Monrovia. You can go live Banga. You can go live anywhere you want to live. As young as you are, we'll teach you the skills. So from when you grow up, from there you can transition into the military to get your education, to move on, to do anything you want to do. But you have a foundation in life-saving skills. You have a foundation in life-saving skills. You'll be able to live off the earth. You will be able to feed yourself off the earth. You will be able to move about your country like you know it. And these are the skills we got to start getting. These are the skills that generate in us the virtues of interest in our own country, in our own nation, when we can relate to our earth, when we can train our people to appreciate Liberia. We can mix it with our education. And that is why scouting is an institution that is connected to the church. It must be connected to the mosque. It must be connected to schools. Scouting is an institution that promotes religious living and education. Religious living and education. So religious living that deal with these virtues that are above: helpful, friendly, kind, courteous. These are only 6 of the 12 laws. There are 12 points of the Scout law. Yeah, you can call them 12 laws, but there are real 12 points of the Scout law. So there are 6 here. There are 6 more left. Who can tell me the other 6 more? Obedient, cheerful, reverent. What else? Obedient. Did I mention that? Loyal. What else? I think that the other 6, right? Reverent, obedient, loyal, cheerful. What else? I said reverend, right? Reverend. I don't know if I said it. Okay, but there are 12. So I think I named 11. So there's one more out there somewhere. Go and find it. I posted all of them yesterday. But these are points that are essential in the lives of people, that promote good living, coexistence. It doesn't deal with religion. It doesn't deal with your level of education. It deals with your performance as a scout. Are you able to live up to the Scout law? Are you able to live up to the mission of the Scouts on the side? These are the things the Scouts do. They teach you life skills, how to live off the ground, how to use your rope, your knife, your whistle, your hands, your voice, to communicate, to live off the ground, to study the earth, to know what moves in the forest, to hear what moves in the air, to study our animals. Every scout don't have to do the same thing. We got scouts who love birds. We train our scouts to study birds. We have special needs scouts, special needs, handicaps. That don't mean they're not essential to the building of a great Liberia. They are. Because you can't walk or you can't talk or you can't see, that does not mean that you cannot contribute. As a scout, you still need survival skills. So we need to tap into every aspect of Liberian society, of Liberian upbringing. We call that socialization process our overall socialization process for our children, how we breed them, how we teach them, how we educate them, how we prepare them for the future. That's all a process of upbringing. So those are things that are essential to building a new Liberia. Okay, let me start my lesson. I spent 30 minutes on that. Let me spend another 30 minutes on my lesson. My topics for the day are: is George Weah's government, is socialization government? 2, Marburg hemorrhagic fever or virus is in Guinea. Who owns Liberia's petroleum? These are important questions we have to address today. Is George Weah government, is socialization government? I was listening to the Liberian radio today. I think our Wiki and the other brother, what is his name? Nathaniel. Wiki and Nathaniel. The two guys on the Liberian radio show every morning. I come on Facebook. Cool FM, I think, yeah, Cool FM. And they were talking the same thing. That our government is a socialization government. These people have no work to do. They have absolutely nothing to do. When they go to work, they spend a few hours, they leave, and all of them go to Jamaica Reserve and sit there and drink and eat and smoke and sniff. All through the day, that's what these guys doing. They're running from place to place. None of them sitting there doing no work. But you can't blame them. Half of them don't know shit. Half of them don't know shit. I saw the woman in the legislature. Our legislator talking to the chief there said, and so what the paper you say you're going to pass for, or did you pass the paper already? Okay, chief. Yeah, chief. I don't bother you, chief. Okay, chief. Thank you, chief. Thank you, chief. Thank you, chief. Thank you, chief. There's somebody in our legislature. Costa was talking the same thing this morning on his show. Because I tell you, I wake up, I watch most of the young podcasters. I listen to Lobo. I listen to Costa. I listen to Munich sometimes. I listen to your Cindy. I listened to Pastor Weah this morning too. But we got a serious problem in our country. And all of us talking the same thing every day in different tunes. The stealing is unbearable. The corruption is wicked. The uselessness of our leaders is not only a disgrace to them in our country, but all of us individually. It's a disgrace, not only in terms of shaming us, it's a disgrace in terms of killing us alive. Killing us alive. And if we can't see this, if we have not come to the realization that our country is in a bad mess and it must be overhauled, there is no way we can go on with our country led by rogues and murderers. I've been telling you all this thing for long. How can we raise people of integrity in our country when our leaders are nothing but petty criminals from the slums? Before I just came out, I heard by saying how we were talking about how 12 won't steal the money again. They talk about the new program. I was watching it 12. I saw him there in a blue suit talking all that kind of thing. I was like, Listen to this other dummy. Listen to this other dummy. You people have stolen everything we got. Then you standing there trying to explain your economic theory. What kind of theory is that? All the uselessness you demonstrated with our money. You wasted our money, we can't get it back. You can't account for the money you have given out. You need to be in jail. You can't stand there dancing all around like a monkey, like a real monkey you are. You see him stressing himself all over the place. You think I waste my time to listen to that kind of idiot? I see my country going down every day. I see these dumb people in my country can't clean up the mess and shit they got in the country. Instead of cleaning up, they stay dumbing it up. I saw that movie when that man tried to get to George Weah from where they play in Peace and when they swam water to his waist. I thought it was a joke. I was looking at it and I said, that's a picture and somebody described it. That man really went into the mud. That place was a swamp. Who are these people leading Liberia? Who are these useless criminal people leading my country today? And my people tolerating it. I got these people talking about all kind of foolishness. That they will do this, they can do that, they can do this, they can do that, they can do this. Excuse me 1 minute. Let me just check my camera back here. Okay, I wanted to make the clarity. Okay, so these are the people leading our country today. These people don't do no work in our country. These people are ignorant. Lord and Casa were talking about the senior day, and what her name? And then the woman and Weah or some and Weah or somewhere, they made her legislator. The woman can't read, she can't write, she can't talk. And everybody say, "Oh, leave the woman, man. Leave the." You see, when the whole country is ignorant. When we have ignorant people as the masses in our country, how can our government be any better? How can our country be any better? The same people like people who talking about all these things, they are the same people perpetuating the stealing. When I went to Liberia, the policeman, there's ignorant policemen on the road stopping people. Stopping people. Why you license? Give for money. I got up and I was raising hell with him. The people can't even read. I was throwing my correction badge in Liberia. They're like, hell, man. And nobody even questioned it. When I frack it, I said, where's your badge? I got a badge. Where's your badge? They ain't got no badge. Oh, so we're sorry. Can't read, can't write, ain't no nothing perfect. All you gotta do is just act like you know what you're doing. And that's how I had them saluting me all in Liberia, man. As soon as they stopped me, I flashed my badge. I got badge. Where's your badge? Oh, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, sir. Sorry. I did not get away. Yes, sir. I mean, I was a big shot in that damn country. You think I'm going to take foolishness? As soon as they start going up country, the people block the roads to collect money. They got 2-3 foolish people that standing up, stopping all the cars to go. I jump out of my Jeep. I flash my badge. I said, who the hell are you people? Oh, yes, sir. I said, where your badge? I got badge. Where your badge? None of you got badge. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, man, while I training with them, while coming by the car, new detachment there. Then I move all the news now spread all in the village that some police official passed here while coming back. They got new detachment of young guys there running the traffic right. I said, oh, Chesson been through here. They don't know that. Yeah, man, I get up, I come in Marburg in the morning. I'm a morning man. I get up Sunday morning, I just drive to the city. I come down Marburg in the morning. Even 9 o'clock yet. They got a drunk policeman that's stopping everybody on Broad Street. Where your lesson? Where your lesson? He stopped me for my lesson. Man, I got so mad. They parked the car right there. I jumped out, flashed my bag. I said, who are you? Oh, sir. I said, you ain't got nothing to do but to stay here and collect money. I started yelling at the man. Do you know that there were 10 people on the side pumping this policeman off to do that thing so all of them could share the money? When I was raising hell with this policeman, all of them got scared and came to me and started begging. The whole group was sitting down on the sidewalk supporting this policeman so all of them could share the money. I mean, this is pure criminality in our country. I mean, there were a whole group of them came up begging me. Oh, sir, we beg you, man, we beg you, please leave him. This is how the stealing is going on in our country. Our law enforcement people are joining the stealing, and our people begging for them. The stealing has gone out of control. The stealing and lawlessness is out of control. The citizens themselves are involved in the stealing. Don't mind all the BS. They're talking about all the raping our children. The citizens themselves are involved in the criminality in Liberia. That's why we can't solve the problem. That's why George Weah government can do nothing. Because they don't need to do nothing in Liberia. The Liberian citizens are involved in the criminality. They sit down and pump the police and soldier up to rob other Liberians so they can share the money. All of them involved in it. Our country needs overhauling. There is no way we can save Liberia with a civilian government. We need the Boy Scout for our children. We need the overhauling of our police and our military. The military not bad. Prince Johnson doing a good job. You don't hear about the military too much. But the police need overhauling. The security forces need overhauling. Something is wrong. And I'm thankful that the military of Liberia is proving to be disciplined. It's proving to have a sense of patriotism to the nation. Nobody wants coup d'etat. And if there's a bid or overthrow of our government, it must be constructed by the leadership of the military. But if George Weah then continue on this trend, they can't last on the 2023. There's no way. People will just party all day, party all night. This guy was talking about George Weah, they party at the wee hours of the morning. They don't sleep at night. All they do is party. Smoke, drink, sniff. That's all the boys do. They go to work drunk. They sleep all day and don't go to work. This was the thing we were running from in 1980. In 1970, everybody was tired with Edward Tubman. We wanted a change. Talk about King, he changed it. Then he slack off again. And yet, 50 years after, it's worse than it was in 1980. My young children, Liberia is far worse than it was in 1980. 1980, we have government, we have system, we have leadership. Pasawi were talking about it this morning. And Pasawi is missing now because Pasawi then was one of the guys that were revolution. In the revolution talking against the government. Oh, you come on, people did. Now, yeah, he is praying for the old government. Because we had a system. It wasn't fair. We were working to make it fair. All on top of tail. But to overthrow Tobo and kill him and leave that vacuum, destroy our country. It can't happen again. It can't happen again. It can't happen. But if our leader is so terrible that our people are dying in the prison because of hunger, then there is no system in the governance of our country. Liberia is going to the dogs. There is no system of governance. Our country is wicked. How can you imprison people and don't feed them? How can you imprison Liberian citizens and let them starve? Not because they're starving on their own, but because you're not feeding them. This is utter wickedness. This is utter wickedness. This is utter wickedness. So where are we going with this, my people? Where are we going with all this wickedness? Our government is a party government. Our president is immature. He can't grow up yet. How you grow up, the man not educated? How did we grow up? The man has no sense of civility. His wife is just as backward as him when it comes to education and civility. Huh? So you're telling me now, what George Weah got to offer us? He ain't got nothing to offer us. He ain't got nothing to offer us. The president, Jamaican laws, they're selling weed and cocaine in the president's facility that he owns as a nightclub and party place. That way all our dignitaries and white people can go to buy their weed and cocaine. Can you imagine that? At the president's lounge. At the president's lounge is a dope selling place. What has become of the West African Republic of Liberia? What has become of the Liberian people? What has become of the first Negro Republic on the continent of Africa? What's become of Liberia? This leadership we have is childish, immature, unresponsive to the need of the Liberian people, weak, tribal, backwards, and nothing but petty thieves. How can we continue to tread on this path? The Rasta, all that singing he's doing, he's not saving us. Where our money going? To save Mama Rita? To save Liz, his Ghana girl? Or Apia, the other one? Or Shalamba, the third one? We know that one yet. Huh? This is a socialization government. These people came to party. And they still party, man. Amidst all the killing and dying of our people, the rapes, the lack of money. Now they're coming up with new scams to fool the Liberian people, talking about they got some kind of money to give us again. You would trust a man like Samuel Tour with your money again. You would let these people steal our money every time, talking about they got some kind of plan when they broke. Are we the stooges of these evil people? These people are smarter than all of us in Liberia. Damn. I don't know what's wrong with us, man. I don't know what's wrong with us. But let me move on to my second point. Because if we don't be careful, we're going to be hit with this other disease, a virus. we're going to be hit with it. The Marburg hemorrhagic fever, a virus in Guinea. The Guinea people feeling notifying our health department here, our public health institution, of this case, this new infectious case in Guinea. In the same area where they found Ebola from 2014 to 2016, where they found Ebola again in 2020. Why is there one area in Guinea so infectious with all the deadly diseases? Is it a swamp area or what? Because now this Marburg fever has come out of the same area and wreaking havoc on the people in Guinea again. That they notify the Liberian Health Institution to be aware of it. Remember that where Ebola started again. So here we are again, being challenged with another infectious disease. How deadly this disease, we have no clue as yet because I just started reading about it. But they say it's infectious. And this is the first time it's been discovered in this area. So this area must be dirty and nasty or some kind of area. What kind of area is that in Guinea that all these diseases are coming out of? So we got a heads up already. Guinea is right across the border from Liberia. It's not far. People crossing our border every day to interact and do businesses. Every day the people crossing the border. So here we are again. Here we are again with another infectious disease in Guinea about to spread throughout the region. Is our health institution prepared? Is our health department prepared? Do we have the necessary masks, gloves, the basics? Do we have those available? This is the time we know this disease is at the border. We got to start taking massive precaution. Building stockpiling masks and gas and gloves and all the things. Because we know if we don't prevent it strenuously, by hook or crook, it may cross the border into Liberia. And we got to be prepared. We got to be prepared. Okay? So this is it. God does not come down to talk to us every day. Luckily, they got this alarm from other health institutions telling us what's going on in Guinea. And with the spread of this Marburg virus. So take heed, govern yourselves accordingly. Govern yourselves accordingly. Notify the government to take action now. Let us begin to start taking preventative measures, getting stockpiling the equipment we need for our hospitals. You know when these diseases come, you need protection. You need PPEs. You need all these things to protect our medical people. You don't wait for the thing to happen before we start looking for them. Let's start stockpiling these things now with the hope that that disease does not reach Monrovia. Okay? My last topic. Who owns Liberia's petroleum? So we see everything we own, people stealing it, man. Every damn thing we own, the people stealing it. We can't keep nothing for ourselves. We can't keep nothing for ourselves. Now the oil company we got, our petroleum company, National Petroleum Company, NoCal, the other company, all these people just stealing, nothing but roads. So they fixed the petroleum law in 2016. In the law, they provided 5 or more % equity to the Liberian government for the Liberian people. So of all the income that's coming in from our oil, 5% of the interest will go to the Liberian government for the Liberian people. This was in 2016, sorry. Excuse me. 2016, they made that law and they put it in it. Now, all of a sudden, we come to find out that this law has been amended. Unbeknownst to the Liberian public, it's been amended and approved since 2019. They changed the 5% to go to the Liberian people. They took it and changed the law, and now they're giving it to people who own petroleum businesses. Can you imagine that? So the Liberian people will not benefit at all from our own oil. It will go to people who doing businesses, the Musa abilities. All these people that doing all business in the Torbats. I mean, not the Torbats, the Salifs, the Johnsons, all their connections, they're in the oil business. They will benefit. The Weahs, the Tweahs, all of them into this oil business right now because you know they're the one in it. Anybody who in power now, that's the way the government runs. When your people in power, every benefit that comes to Liberia, you'll share it. And this is what we got to stop. This what must end. How will we fix a law in 2016 and put in the law that 5% of all the oil interest coming into the nation is for the Liberian people? Then secretly, in 2019, we come to find out that the people finish amending that portion of the law. They finish approving it, finish amending it, and now they're passing it on to the legislature full of dummies and useless, greedy rogues to approve. So only 5% of the people who got all businesses in Liberia can benefit from 5% of all the oil interest coming into Liberia. So that means if we're not involved in the oil business right now, none of us can benefit. So they took the interest of the Liberian people and turned it around for the few families doing oil. We need to find those few families and punish them, first of all, because all of them are involved in it. We need to list those families that's supposed to get Liberia all black. 5%. We need to list them as enemies of the Liberian people. We need to list our government officials as enemies of the Liberian people. 5% of our oil interest could be billions and billions of dollars. So they took that money from us and they're giving it to special interests. You see how the people stealing from us? You see how the people changing our laws and taking the richest assets of Liberia and dividing it among themselves secretly? Are these people love Liberia? These people love us? There is no reason or proof you can give me that these people love Liberian people. That these leaders of Liberia today got any interest in any damn Liberian people. Whether you country, whether you Congo, they care about nobody but themselves. And you see, that's why they fool us all the time. They steal for us and they come and tell us this is Congo and this is a country, and we fight among ourselves like dummies. Why these useless, ignorant people steal our money? Congo and country rules. They join together. They don't care about us. Look at Achi Bernard, Estrada Bernard, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Robert Sirleaf, Charles Sirleaf, Fuma Sirleaf. Look, listen to the names. All of them with George Weah, Samuel Twain, and Natalia McGill, and Jefferson Koji, and that person, and that person. All of them, they're one people. You can't tell whether they're country or Congo. They're all together. But they're telling us, we country and Congo so we can fight. So while we're fighting among ourselves, they're telling us that don't Congo people the trouble. That don't Congo people the trouble. So we're confused. And these bitches are stealing our money, stealing our war wealth, our oil wealth, the most prosperous asset we have for our future. They're stealing it and dividing it among themselves. Just like they did everything else under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and now under George Weah. How long? How long, my people? How long will our leaders continue to steal for us? And we see it, we know it, and we do nothing about it. This is insanity. Is it because we third world nation? Is it because we're supposed to be dumb people? Is it because other countries supposed to be the dreamland and our country is supposed to be the slum? What's wrong with our people? What's wrong with our own destiny? What's wrong with our own futures? What's wrong with our own prosperity and happiness in Liberia? What's wrong with Liberia being a paradise for us? What's wrong with it, man? That every Tom, Dick, and Harry can just steal. Everybody in Liberia come to government, they got shit. Then when they leave, they are millionaires. Then they say, we work for it. How the hell do you work for something that everybody trying to steal? Everybody in Liberia is a damn rogue. So how can you work for something that everybody is stealing? And you are better rogue than the rest of the rogues. Then you say you work for it. You don't work for it. I work for my money. I work for my money. I never served in no government. I did that when I was young. But in my old age, with all this stealing, I got nothing to do with you. Because I earned my own by the sweat of my brow. I can't steal from the Liberian people. Then I go sit there and say, I'm rich. I'm the richest man in Liberia. I'm rich. You ain't rich. You're a damn rogue. And all of you are rogues. The Hassanbility, the Benana, you, everybody there is a damn rogue. And y'all can't say no. Because everybody in Liberia work for the government. And everybody from the government stole from the damn government. So y'all don't pat yourselves on your backs. Say y'all did this and did that on your own. Give me a damn break. Give me a break, please. I ain't got time for this stupidness. Go tell that to the birds and the bees somewhere. They won't listen to your talk about your work for your money. Who work for the money in Liberia? I beg you. My class is done. When we start talking foolishness about these false millionaires in Liberia, talking about they work for their money, give me a damn break. It's time for me to go to bed. I've been up all morning. Have a good day. Millionaires in Liberia? Shit. Have a good day. Aluta! Continue. Nothing but damn rogues. Give me a break. Millionaires in Liberia. Give me a break. People work for government all their life. The millionaire. the millionaire. You think you can work for government and be millionaire in your lifetime? Hell no. Hell no. You cannot work for government in your lifetime and be millionaire. Oh, you gotta be broke. 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 You got to be broke. You got to be broke. Better not you a broke. Just still a broke. Weah broke. Ellie broke. The Sally family and Joseph family broke. They are broke. No person can work for Liberian government and become millionaire. You stole. You stole. You are a bloody road. 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 Anybody live in Liberia say the millionaire. You are a bloody road. You are a bloody road. Bloody road, you are a bloody road. Yeah. You are a bloody road. You cannot work for government and be a millionaire. You are bloody road. You are bloody road. You are bloody road. You are bloody road. Nobody can work for the government and say the millionaire. Your bloody road, better not you. George Weah. Ellen Jones is Sally, the witch. She's a bloody road. Bloody road. That old witch, that decrepit old man, that useless Ellen Jones is Sally. She can fool the West. She can get the Peace Prize. She can get that other prize. She can get the poo-poo prize, the PP prize. She can get any kind of prize she wants from the West. She can fool them, but she better don't bring that uselessness around Chesson. Galpohkpa the band. You better tell that old Ellen Johnson Sally, bring our money back. Call George Weah and get a share and bring that money back. You cannot keep it. It's for the Liberian people. Bring that damn money back. You cripple Omar Ellie Johnson Sally. Have your boyfriend Joe Weah bring his shit back. And those criminal legislators, those criminal legislators leading Liberia, have mercy on them, Lord. They're just criminals. They're just murderers. They're bobos. They can't talk. They don't know nothing. They hear the pankana. Nothing inside. You can crack it. You can break it. You can knock it hard. Nothing inside. That brain. They got the fucking church. They got the fucking church. The fucking church will save them one day. They got the fucking church. They got the fucking grown church. They got the fucking grown church. And the fucking preacher by when he smoke his stuff, sniff his stuff, kiss where we are on the bottom cheeks. He gonna talk to you about something that can save Liberia. You think so? You fool? I'll see you later. Aluta! Continue. Have a good day.